Hello, my name is Jennifer Boardman and I'm the co-chair of the Belle Isle Aquarium Committee, and I'm here today to tell you about the history of this wonderful building, this institution, the Belle Isle Aquarium. The aquarium is here on this lovely island in Belle Isle Park in the Detroit River because of a gentleman named David Heineman. David Heineman lived in the 1880s, and he was a philanthropist, and he was a young Jewish man who went to Europe after high school. And while he was in Europe, he visited the Anton Dorn Zoological Station, now called the Naples, Italy. And while he was at the Naples Aquarium, he was able to see aquatic displays that were live, that weren't in a book, and he was just taken by those. They blew him away. So when he came back to go to U of M, he got his degree in philosophy, and then he went to law school, and after graduating from U of M, he came back to Detroit and he became a state representative in 1899, and he had the aquarium on his mind. As soon as he was state representative, he brought a bill before the state legislature to bring an aquarium and combined horticultural building to Belle Isle Park. Well, the bill passed and $150,000 was allocated to build this building. So the next thing that needed to happen was to figure out who would design the building. So a contest went out nationwide to architects, and Albert Kahn, a Detroit area Jewish architect, won the contest, and he designed the aquarium as you see it. So if we look at the architectural details, you're going to see that we've got these round Roman columns, and this is stylized seaweed. And then if you follow the column up, you'll see the keystone is the Roman god of the sea, Neptune. And above him are some spitting fish and lily pads. And above that is an oval, which is called a cartouche. It's the cartouche of the city of Detroit. And what it shows is two women. One woman is looking very sadly to the left as she sees the city of Detroit burn in 1805. And then the woman in the middle, she's looking forward and she's looking hopefully. And under her it says in Latin, "We shall rise from the ashes, we hope for better things." So we have David Heineman, who brought the idea of an aquarium to Belle Isle Park in 1899, and then we have Albert Kahn, who designed the building, and the aquarium was then open on August 18th, 1904. Black tile down is 1954. Everything from the black tile up is 1904. And the reason why it looks this way is because after World War II, baby boomers came back and they went to visit places that they remembered from before the war. And when they came back here, they didn't feel like it was modern enough. I mean, they had been flying airplanes and they had been all over Europe, and they wanted things to look more like they were used to. They wanted things to be updated. Because Albert Kahn had presented the fish, the exhibits, like art hanging on the wall in the museum. So they would have been in a frame of cypress with an egg and dart carving around them. So they actually looked like they were framed art. And so in 1954, all of those frames were taken out, and instead they were replaced with the newest technology, which was in everybody's living room, the television set. So when you look at the stainless steel exhibits, you'll see that they look like 1954 television sets.
one thing that makes the aquarium have such a special place in my heart is that Kahn is my favorite architect. He designed so many buildings in Detroit. Like, people don't really notice, but once you look up some Kahn buildings, you're like, wow, oh my gosh, he really did design everything. Like, he designed the old train station. He designed almost everything on Belle Isle, including the Livingston Memorial. It's the lighthouse down at the far end, which is the only all marble lighthouse in America. And his work is just, especially from around the turn of the century, like the aquarium, which is 1904, it's just stunning. It's so intricate and beautiful. And he actually designed this building with the glass tiles to make it look like you're underwater. And when you're walking into the aquarium and you have the natural light coming down through the skylights and the glass tiles on the ceiling, it really does give you like a kind of like eerie underwater feeling. It's really, really, really cool.
That had to come in for the winter. They really were the first fish that came back into the aquarium, not only just in the basement. We took the liberty of putting a few of them in this tank right here that used to be the alligator guard tank. And we used to come in here at night after we had fed the fish and cleaned their tank, and we would set up chairs just along this bench, and we'd bring a bottle of wine, the volunteers, and we would just sit here and stare at the koi in this tank, and we kept thinking, what if we could get people back in here? What if we could reopen? And then now looking back at that, I think, wow, careful what you wish for, because you just might get it. And we did. We're delighted, obviously. The Belle Isle Aquarium is open 2 days a week. We're open Saturdays and Sundays from 10 to 4, and we're free to the public, free parking. You do need to have a park pass, the Michigan Recreation Passport. It's, I believe, $10, and it gets you into every public park in Detroit, or in Michigan. And you come in here, it's free, it's lovely, and when you leave, I guarantee you feel better.